Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Andrea and today we are doing my August favorites. I have quite a few products here today. Some are for hair, most of it is makeup. So let's dive right in. So I only have a couple of hair care products. I'm gonna go ahead and get those out of the way real fast and then we'll dive right into the makeup. So first we have the Aussie Instant Freeze Gel 20-hour max hold with Australian jojoba oil and sea kelp. I do a abbreviated or edited version of curly girl method. If you've seen some videos recently with my hair straight, that was the first time I straightened my hair in over a year. I just wanted to see how long my hair was. I actually got it cut shortly afterwards, but I just wanted to see what it looked like and I missed it. So I will probably be straightening my hair every once in a while. It won't be a regular thing, but this gel, when I wear my hair curly, is everything. I love it so much. It gives me a great cast, and when I scrunch it out, it makes my curls look amazing. I did fix my hair a little bit differently today. I've actually been doing that like all of quarantine. I've been trying out all different kinds of techniques and watching lots of YouTube videos and trying to figure out what works best for my curly hair. But this gel is everything. I love it. If you have curls, highly recommend. So these next two products are definitely game changers for me. I bought this mask recently and it, I think, changed my curls quite a bit and made my hair quite a bit curlier. And it is the Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil Strengthen and Restore Treatment Mask. And this is what it looks like. So this is kind of like a deep conditioning mask almost. It does have protein in it. I realized somewhere along the way recently that my hair needed protein and I wasn't giving it, I don't think, any protein before that. So I'll put this on in the shower and leave it on for as long as possible. I try to do it on like shave days so it takes me longer in the shower, but this has helped my curls so much. It's nourished my hair so much, and I feel like my underneath hair definitely is getting more ringlets and just a deeper curl pattern. So I love this. I highly recommend this. I was originally looking for an oil that I had seen recommended in this line and I could not find it. And my hairdresser told me to just pick a different product in the line. So I ended up picking this. They have a shampoo and conditioner, I think, in this line. Maybe I'll try some of those as well, but this mask is fantastic. I love it. So the next product has also been a game changer for me, and it is the Denman brush. This brush is like $20, but it is worth every penny and more to me. I was kind of doing finger coiling with my hair for a little while, but it takes so long to do. So instead, when I bought this brush, my hairstylist also has curly hair and we kind of bounce ideas off of each other and try to come up with new techniques and stuff. And one of the times when I saw her fresh out of quarantine, I think it was in June, we were talking and I told her, I was like, I think that my hair likes to do big, huge, like huge chunks of curls all together like this. And she was like, yeah, I see that. I think you should try doing that. So I bought this brush and I will take a huge chunk of hair at a time. And after I've put my gel and my curl cream in, I'll run my brush through and it almost separates into different sections, even though it's one big chunk. I will take that big chunk and I will finger coil it. And once my hair air dries and stuff, it makes it so that that curl looks really pretty. I don't know how to explain it, but this brush has done wonders. It makes it so that finger coiling takes me a couple of minutes versus like 20 or 30 minutes to do. So I highly recommend this. I got mine on Amazon. And if you have curly hair, I do not think that you will regret buying one of these brushes. And I don't know which size I have. I cannot remember. I'll leave that information down below. So I just have one skincare product, and it is the Summer Fridays Jet Lag Mask. As you can see, mine is all beat up. I asked for this for Christmas from my husband, and I actually asked for the mini one, but he ended up getting me the full size, and I am not mad at it because I use this baby all the time. I feel like during quarantine, especially, I was not taking care of my skin and doing my skincare routine twice a day like I'm supposed to. So this was just helping rehydrate my skin. I will throw this on whenever I feel like it and just leave it on and never take it off. It's a hydrating mask. So I will use it that way. Sometimes I will put it on after I have showered and my skin is clean, and then I'll just go in for the night and put my skincare on top of it. I've used it that way. So this mask has super hydrated my skin. I use it all the time, a couple times a week, and I love it so much. And that's it. That's all I have to say. Okay, so next I have a couple of tools, and they're makeup tools. So first is this Tati Beauty Puff. I am obsessed with this. This is my favorite way to apply my foundation. I've used this for a full face of makeup when I first got it multiple times, but my favorite way to use this is specifically for either primers like the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, or specifically for foundation. I have used it for bronzer and blush and highlight, and that's nice, but if you're going in with a powder highlight with this, it doesn't play. It's amazing. But I don't use that like that. I don't use this like that on a regular basis. I typically am using this for my foundation, and it is a game changer. I feel like it makes my skin look flawless. Like nothing else I've ever used before. No brush, no sponge, no nothing has ever done for me what this sponge does for my foundation. Definitely worth the money for me. So next I have a couple of brushes from my Kitco. I watched a free Zoom class with Danessa Myricks. She's a makeup artist and the owner of My Kitco, and he's a makeup artist as well. And I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now. I ended up picking up a couple of brushes after watching that, and these two are my favorites so far. So the first one is this, and it's the My Kitco Pro 0.13 brush, and it's called the My Domed Multi. In the class, they were discussing how this is good for concealer. And then I also, one of the reasons why I also purchased these was because of Katie Jane Hughes. She's on Instagram. She's a makeup artist. She does Lauren Graham's, not Lauren Graham. She does Ashley Graham's makeup all the time. She's a celebrity makeup artist. So she goes on her Instagram almost every single day and does her makeup in her stories, and she shows application techniques, different brushes, different products that she's liking, and I'm just in love with the way she does her makeup. It's completely different than anything you really see on YouTube. It's refreshing, and I thoroughly enjoy it. So she used this all the time for concealer, and then they were talking about this brush in the webinar, and I knew I had to get it. So I've been using this for concealer. It gets right in there really easily, and I just pat concealer on. Katie actually uses concealer for foundation a lot, so she just takes this and swipes it all over her face. I haven't tried that yet, but I am already in love with this brush. I have been looking for a new concealer brush, and I have found it. And this brush is also from My Kitco, and I already know that I need more of these. This is the 1.27S, and it's called the My Soft Blender. Now, this is what it looks like. And if you turn it to the side, it is a little bit fluffy. So some of my favorite brushes that I own are the MAC 217 brushes, and this is very similar. If you can see, this is the MAC 217, and this is the My Kitco brush. This is synthetic, and this is real hair. So you can see that this is fluffier and it goes out further. And then the top is a little bit more rounded and this is a little bit skinnier, but they're very, very similar in shape this way. The My Kitco brush is a little bit larger, but I have 3 of these. I use these to death. I use this in basically every eye look that I ever do. And this is like my newfound love that's almost going to be replacing this. I am obsessed with this. I feel like this blends eyeshadow so easily. It's literally doing the work for you. And I'm disappointed that I only bought 1 of these. This was a last minute addition to my order. And I wish I would have bought like 3 of these. So I will be making another purchase to my Kitco whenever there's a sale next, probably. From that webinar, we were able to get a coupon for the website. So that's one of the reasons why I made a purchase. But I love those brushes and I'm excited to dive into the rest of the brushes that I purchased and get more use out of them. And I'm excited to try more from the brand. These are expensive brushes. They are from the UK, so there is a conversion rate as well when you're purchasing. So if you're looking to invest in brushes that will last you an extremely long time, I do recommend this brand. If you're not looking for that, then I would go with something like Morphe. I have several Morphe brushes. There's nothing wrong with them. I just am looking to kind of upgrade some of my tools. No regrets. No regrets. Anybody know what that's from? So now we're going to move on to makeup products. And I'm going to go kind of in order of how you apply. So this is the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. This is my baby, my love. I will repurchase this over and over again. This is fabulous. I did not like the original Silk Canvas primer for some reason. I do thoroughly enjoy the e.l.f. Putty primer that's the dupe for it, but for some reason it did not work well for me, but this is fabulous. It's a creamier texture, but it blends in to be clear. It feels super nice and it just like, do you see how smooth my hand looks right there compared to the rest of my hand? It just looks smooth and hydrated and ready for makeup. A lot of these are high end. Sorry. I just realized that. I have no drugstore products in this. I don't know why I've just been really into high-end products lately. But my whole face today is drugstore. Video coming soon. Next we have Tinted Moisturizer. I am obsessed with this. I love it so much. I've been through probably 2 of these. This is about to be gone. This is my summer shade. My winter shade is about to be gone, and I have a backup in my drawer. This will always be in my life forever and ever and ever. It definitely gives light to medium coverage, more on the light side, but it just makes the skin look so glowy and dewy, but it doesn't run off the face. Like, it doesn't fade super quickly. I have nothing but good things to say about this. It lasts all day. It has sunscreen in it if you're going to be out at the pool or something. Definitely recommend, and I will be always repurchasing this. Next is the Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer, and I have the shade 1.5 in. This concealer is just beautiful. I feel like it covers quite a bit without looking cakey. It's medium to full coverage, and I just think it looks gorgeous on the skin. I keep reaching for this over and over and over again, so that tells you that I enjoy it. So for powder, this is another expensive one. It's the Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder, and this is in the shade Light. The shade Light is basically like a white color. This blurs everything. It's so smoothing. I don't just use that under the eyes either. I'll typically take it through the T-zone when I do use it. So I highly recommend this. It doesn't make your under eyes look cakey or dry, which I struggle with dry under eyes. So that says a lot for me. Love it. So I have quite a few cheek products here. I'm a little bit cheek obsessed. The first one is a cream product, and it's from Tarte, and it's the Breezy Cream Bronzer. I got the little mini one, and that's what it looks like. This is a foolproof, just easy to use cream bronzer. It blends out so nice. It's warm without being overly warm and orange, and I just think it looks great on my skin tone. I want to say they only came out with this one shade. We need more than one shade, please. But the formula on this is really great. I hope that they come out with more shades. So next has been a long time favorite, and this will forever be in my collection as well. It's the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer in the shade Luminous Bronze Light. I just can never get enough of this bronzer. It's so beautiful, super pigmented. It has a sheen. You can't go wrong with this. You get so much product in this. I know I've looked at it in the past, like against my other bronzers, and you get so much product in it. I was using one of those basically every day for like a year and a half. That's how long it lasted me. And I love bronzer. So highly recommend that. And I think this has been almost everyone's favorite, and for good reason. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer, I think is the name. Yep. And I have the shade 2 Medium. This powder is so smooth. Unlike the actual powder version of this, I enjoy the bronzer. It's super smooth. It's actually really hard to swatch, but just know that it's really gorgeous. It blends out on the skin so beautifully. You can't overdo it with this bronzer. It's very effortless. Wait for a sale. This is so expensive. So for blush, I just have one, and this has stolen my heart. It's the Tower 28 blush, specifically in the shade Magic Hour. I did get the orangier shade as well, but this shade, there's just something about it. It's like this dusty, pinky peach with a little bit of like mauve in there too. It's so pretty. I feel like this goes with any makeup look. You can also use these on the lips as well. I haven't done that, but this is stunning. I love it. One of the things I also love about this formula so much is that it almost gives coverage, where I feel like most cream blushes and bronzers don't do that. But I have redness in my cheeks, and I feel like when I put this on, if I put this on bare skin, like it would cover up my redness, which is so interesting. I love it. I wish they would come out with bronzers in that type of formula as well. I do have the bronzer from Tower 28 in West Coast. This is not my favorite cream bronzer. I love a good sheen, but this almost has too much of a sheen. Like when I put it on here, it looks gorgeous, but do you see how shiny that is? This is almost too glowy for me. If I need like a quick, just throw on tinted moisturizer, a little concealer, and a bronzer, I will use this. And it almost works as like a blush bronzer highlight combo, like you put it all over the cheeks, but it is extremely glowy. If you have oily skin, do not buy this. I don't think you'll enjoy it. On top of the actual sheen, it is just a very glowy product. So beware. it is beautiful, but I can see this only being for certain people. So for highlighters, I have two. The first one is the Dose of Colors Iluvsarahii Bathe highlight. This is a favorite of mine. It has been a favorite of mine for several years, I think this has been out. I can only use this in the summertime because it does have a deeper cast, but I can get away with it when I'm tan. But it's just so gorgeous. I think there was another highlighter in this collection that was gold, but this shade just is so beautiful. I love it so much. It's pink with a little silver in it, and it just is like a rose gold almost. I can't get enough. So the second highlighter is the highlighting palette from Pat McGrath, and I've wanted this for such a long time, but I never purchased it until this summer. And I can't believe I waited so long. These shades are stunning. She came out with these first two originally in kits that came with like a brush and some other things. And they're definitely like off the wall highlighters a little bit. This one's super pink. This one's super gold, and then this one's just like a bronzy shade. But when you mix all three together, it just creates the most beautiful shade. It's a little pink, it's a little golden. I love this. I can't stop wearing it, especially all three shades mixed together. So last we have lips, and I just have two glosses. The first is from Tower 28, and it's the gloss in the shade Fire. Orange is my favorite, especially in the summertime. I wear orange and peach all the time. That's my go-to. I feel like it pops with my blue eyes and my skin tone, and this gloss is so glossy and shiny. I do want to try more of these shades. There's a pink shade that I really want to try, and maybe the clear shade as well. This formula is super nice. This brand is also a clean beauty brand, so I really enjoy that, especially since I'm putting it on my mouth. I thoroughly enjoy this formula, and this shade does go on a little bit more sheer on the lips than I would like. I would like for it to be a little bit brighter, but I still love it. And last but not least is the Persona Gloss. Oh no, the sticker came off. I think this is in the shade Peach. I bought this at the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, I think. I also bought like a mauve shade, but I wear more mauves in the winter and fall time. This gloss is so gorgeous. I love this formula. I love the shade. I want to pick up more of these as well. Gloss is like my favorite type of lip product ever to wear, so I get a lot of use out of glosses. And if I'm not like filming a video or something, especially during the summertime, I'm usually throwing on a gloss with no liner, no lipstick. That's just my thing. Maybe sometimes lipstick and then a gloss on top of it. Okay, just because I feel like it, I'm gonna talk about a couple of fails. The first one is this Glow Glaze stick from Becca, and it's basically like a glossy highlighter stick. It doesn't really have any color to it. I've tried this multiple times. There you go, you can see it some. I've tried this multiple times on top of different highlighters and on like no makeup days and stuff, and it just looks chunky and thick and textured. So this product is a no from me. It's a little bit disappointing because I would love to love like a glossy product, but this just wasn't it for me. I did also get Ciate London has the dewy sticks, same packaging. As you can see, I bought this in I think a boxy pop-up sale or something. I haven't gotten to use it enough yet to give you an idea of if I like it or not. This formula already feels a little different though. It's a little bit lighter and less goopy, and it's a little more like balmy. So I don't have feelings on this yet, but this one is a no for me. So I already kind of told you guys that I didn't really love that Tower 28 bronzer, and I have another bronzer that it's not a hate. I don't hate it, but I'm disappointed that I don't love it. And it's the Kosas bronzer in the shade Light. This was super hyped up on YouTube when it came out, and it was sold out on and off again a ton in the Sephora sale. And I love a sheeny bronzer, but this just isn't the right one for me, I guess. I'm still gonna use it and I'm still gonna keep it, but it's not gonna be a loved product in my collection for sure. It almost has too much sheen, kind of like the Tower 28 bronzer that I was talking about. I feel like it doesn't have a ton of color payoff, so you have to build it up quite a bit. And when you're building it up, you're adding all of this extra sheen, and it's just too much of a sheen. It might partially be me, that I love so much bronzer that I'm putting on more than intended, and that's why I'm getting that extra sheen. But this is just not a favorite. It's a little disappointing. This is an expensive product, and it's a clean beauty brand, and I want to like the brand, but this one was just a no for me. If they came out with blushes in this formula, I think that they would be fabulous. It also may be the way that it's pressed. I think this is baked. It does not say it's made in Italy, so it probably is baked just by the dome shape and the way it looks. I think it is. But I feel like if this was a little less hardly pressed, then that would kind of solve the problem for me as well. So it's just not a favorite. I don't love it, and it's disappointing that I spent my money on it, but I'm gonna use it because I spent my money on it. Okay, y'all, that's it for this video. Please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below and let me know what your favorites from the month of August are. And if you have any fails, let me know what those were too. Also, leave any video requests you have down below. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell. It really helps me out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.